3, 2, 1, go. All right, so I want to make just sort of a quick animation. It's not going to be quick. I mean, it's going to be slow because I have to maneuver things, but I think I just want him to maybe tilt his head a little bit, and then I want him to put his hand up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the arm, and then I'll add this arm in. So I think I'll have him standing there with both arms down. I might tilt the head a little bit and then move the arm over. So you want to make sure that you have the position locked. So right now this is, I think it's 1. Yeah, so this is 1. What's 2? Okay, so 1 is the main view. And I'm just going to add it again down here. And this will be I guess it's fine. We'll keep it as 1. So at least now I have this broken up. So the next ones will be below this. The important thing is, however you want to export it, you have to make sure the settings everything is perfect. So make sure the lighting is perfect, and make sure you don't have depth of field on, because then if this is on, you could touch different parts, and then other things will become slightly out of focus. So you don't want to have depth of field on. So just keep that off. And the rest is pretty much just like, any other sort of frame by frame animation. So the first thing is I want to switch the arms out. So let's go to I think it's the right arm. So the right arm, I'm just going to rename this arm up, just to make it easier. And I'm going to save this whole project. I'll save it as Baymax animation. Okay, so now we have to just switch this arm and put it to the other side so we can clone it. Let's see if symmetry will just make it easy for us. World, right to left. Maybe this is the one. Let's see. Here we go. So now he has both hands. Perfect. I'm just going to save it real quick. And we could actually, if I really wanted to, I could move the legs and everything and do all of that. But that's a little much. If I had an easier way to move him back and forward, I might do that. So let's tilt the head a little bit. So we want to make sure we have the head and the eyes. Yeah, and let's actually nestle them. Whoops. Let's take the eyes and we'll just nestle it. And we'll just use our gizmo. And I might actually move the pivot down lower. So I'll touch pivot and then just move it down lower. Let's see if that actually helps us or not. Whoop. Oh, so I can move the pivot for both. I wasn't sure if I can move the pivot for both. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So I move the pivot down, so that will kind of help. I really want to make him walk though, but that would be very difficult. I feel like I would have to take both of these and validate, but uninstance, I think. Bless you. People sneezing. I think I would have to uninstance. Yeah, I feel like that would be, I could move the pivot up for each in the middle. Could work. And then I would have to tilt his whole body forward a little bit. That would be kind of cute if he did walk forward. Oh, this isn't quite long enough. Stretch this out a bit. Stretch this up a bit. And I can even make this longer. Okay. I do like this view. But it might be better if it was tilted a little bit more. I feel like it's not exactly straight. That feels a bit better. So let's save this as let's save this one as 1 as well. So now we have 2 1s. That's okay. Okay, so if he was going to start walking, I'm trying to think if I actually have to move him or if it's better to like not move him. Because if I'm doing the video, I could always move the video back to make it look like he's walking. I think that might be the better plan. Otherwise, it just takes a little bit too much. It'd be a little bit too much. So this is the pendant. So this can be, I'm going to join this with the body because those are going to be together. The floor I can get rid of. And these are the legs. I'm just going to take these out. So this is the left leg. And this is the right leg. Leg R is probably better. Okay, so I do feel like I need to bend his body though. And we can always bring him back to, I think, the initial stage. Where did I save it at? I think after we do the walking, we'll go back to this. So I don't think I'm going to save it yet. So we'll take body and these arms, the head and the eyes. And let's, for all of these, let's move the pivot down here. Can't actually see where the floor is since it's not orthographic. Oh, wait a minute, is my... Oh, perspective's not that bad. Oh well, so we move the pivot down there. Actually, we should move it where the hips are. So we should move it around here. Because that's where the hips are. Acting like I have any sort of clue of what I'm doing. Oh, but I think maybe I can nestle all of these like in the body. I think maybe that's how I should do it. So body, head. arms. I'll just include this one anyway. So now if I grab all of these and tilt it forward a little bit. Oh, let's save this. Let's save this. Export this, I should say. Oh, I don't think I want to do 4K for each frame, though. I think that'll take forever. Okay, so the only thing I had to do was I just exported it. I had to go back and just click on something because if you have an invisible, like if I have all of these, including the invisible part, it kind of shows when you export. So you just have to tap on something else and it goes away. So this will be the main, so that was the main frame. So now we can take the body, tilt it a little bit forward. Oh, this is getting on my nerves. I'm going to take this out. Tilt it forward a little bit. Let's see how much we moved it. Okay. And I think this is still 1. Good. So then we'll export. And I put it on 300, so it won't take as long to export these. So I think I might move it down a little bit, slightly forward a little bit more, and then start the walk. So now I just want to move it a little bit more. So I think that's good. That's enough of a lean forward. So I think I want to make him start walking now. We'll maybe just like a couple steps. I don't know. I don't even know if this is going to work. We'll see. Save. Oh, I probably should have done it without. With transparent. Probably would have been better. So here's the leg. Is that the right spot for the leg? Oh, I don't know if I moved this pivot up. I moved the other one, but I don't know if I moved this one. So that's good. So I'll move it up a little bit. I won't move this one. I'll move it up a tiny bit more, and then I'll move this one slightly back. I think that's the plan. So this one's slightly up, and then I'll move it slightly up again, but then I'll move this one slightly back. I think that makes sense. Save. So move it slightly up again. And move this one slightly back. That'd be so cool if this works though. Like if it looks cool, I'll be excited. And then I think I just need to do one cycle. Oh, you know what? I can just slide this thing back. That's what I can do. Did I save it? I think I saved it. I don't know if I just saved it. I think I did. Let's check. Yeah. Okay. So go back here. This should still be the same. So now I think we'll just move this leg back more. And this leg can be down a little bit more. And then maybe we'll move this slightly back. Just a tad bit. So now this is down. So this would be in the middle. This one might be, they might actually be kind of in the middle. And then we can reverse it and do the same things with the other one, with the other foot. Okay, so now this one should be down. Oh, I didn't do the hands though. I didn't do the arms. Oh, interesting. So wait a minute. I just got to find that other arm. There we go. Let me take this out, and this can be the right arm. Left arm, right arm. Okay, let me do the leg. Let me worry about the legs first. So this one would be kind of in the middle. If this one is coming down, then I think this hand, well, let's move the pivot. Let's move the pivot up. Pivot should be right on the shoulder. Pivot should be about there. And on this one, the pivot should also be in the same spot. Perfect. Oh. I think I have, for the pivot settings, I think I have where you touch it and that's where the pivot goes. Okay, so I think that's the opposite. I think it's the opposite. So this leg is about to go up. So this arm would be slightly going back. And this arm would be slightly going up, maybe. Oh, and I want him to look towards camera too, so maybe he can start to look. Okay, so this leg is going up. This leg is going back a little bit more. I want to move this slightly back. And move the hands ever so slightly. Tilt the head a little bit. Oh, I think the pivot needs to be in the middle. Okay. Back to 1. Now tilt the head a little bit more. I think the head can move fairly quickly, so I think that's good. Okay, so next we'll put this leg up higher, and we'll put this leg back a little bit more. We'll do everything a little bit more, but maybe we'll chill with the hands, the arms. Okay, so now let's turn this more. So he's looking right at us. This leg's going up more, this leg's going back more, but still touching the ground a little bit. And now for the arms, I'll just do it just slightly. And this will just move back just slightly. I'm actually looking over here to know that it's moving a little bit. Okay. So he can be walking, looking this way. So maybe we'll just do we'll bring this leg down a little bit. We'll kind of fix the arms a little bit. Oh, I think I saved it. So we'll bring this down a little bit. Okay, I can move this back out a little bit. Move this back. Okay, I think that looks good. So I think I'll move this back a little bit. So we'll move the background back a little bit too, but we're going to do everything a little bit more subtly. I want to get him back to a neutral position and then straighten his back up a little bit and then turn the camera. So then he'll still be looking this way. So we'll go back to that original view, but we'll turn his head and then, yeah, I think that'll be good. So we'll save this. Over here thinking on the fly. So this arm can do a little slightly bit that way. This can be a slightly bit back. This can start to come up. This can start to go back. And then we'll move the background back a little bit. Okay. So we'll save this. Oh, hopefully this doesn't look like garbage. We'll see. But even if it does, like I love experimenting like this. You know, like I love spending the time on a model, and I like the idea of like animation, but like even this is like fun. I can't do all the other kinds of animation just yet, but this is fun so far. It's just simple, so this like kind of makes sense to me. It would be nice if I had some bones. That would be cool. Okay, where were we? So this leg can be coming up a little bit. Maybe that's fine. So maybe we'll just adjust the arms a little bit. And just maybe just like a little tiny inkling of a fraction. And then we'll save this, and that'll be the walking animation. Although I kind of wish that I would have, like, anytime he hit the floor, like thinking back, like anytime the contact was straight on the floor, I should have did move and just kind of moved his belly down a little bit. That would have been cool. But that's okay. All right, so that's done. So now we can just, oh, it actually looks really good here. Oh, I know what we can do. I think it's better if we just go back to the beginning of this. That's what we need. So if we open what we're working on. Okay. So the only problem is we do need to put everything in its proper place again. I'm going to turn post-process. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of nervous that things might change. Hopefully these won't change. No, they didn't change. Okay. So for the head, I want this pivot to be in the right spot. So I want the pivot to be about here. Oh, the arm pivots are off again. Oh, pivot. Not that I'm going to need them. I think I'm probably done with. Wait a minute. Was that the right arm? Oh, they're still connected in this one. Okay. So I just need to separate them and then find the correct arm again. So I'll delete this. I can delete this one because we already have a left arm. And this one is right arm. Okay. So now let's just adjust this pivots. In case I want to do something else, you might as well just make the pivots where they should be. Perfect. Perfect. So the reason why I'm doing it again, you know, so if it moves like fairly like it's supposed to move. Okay, pivot, good. Oh, the body too, front. The body pivot should be about here. I forgot to lean them up in the other one, but that's okay. About here, it's good. The legs. Pivot them up. And I wonder if I bake them. Let's see what that looks like. If I bake it and then go pivot, reset, pivot, and then move that up. Oh, it's still both legs. So I'm going to validate and uninstance. Forgot to take the legs out. So this is the L leg. Our leg. Our leg pivot is good. Wait, but I think both the pivots are pretty good, actually. Nice. So let's save this. Oh, you know what? I was wondering, I was like, it looks different. And that had me concerned for a moment, but I forgot that I took it off of post-process. So we're good. Okay, so now he's back in the neutral position. We'll turn back on post-process. And we'll go to our, is that the original view? Yes, this is the original view. And his head was turned. I don't think these were bundled. Not that we really have to bundle them. But his head was turned this way. Maybe down. Be forward a little bit, feels better. Okay. Export this. I don't know if I should have moved his head up. I probably should have just well, let's see. If I can get it to go yeah, I don't know. I think that's the furthest that we want to do. I think we just want to do that instead. So I'm going to do view. I'll export this. I'll have to remember to delete the other one. The one in between. Because then we can just hit, actually I don't know if it'll let us hit back because of this. I think once you export it, like, well, let's see. We'll see if it erases my history. But that would be the easiest because I can just go back one. So we'll save that. Oh, but I kind of want it to be, I kind of want his head just to like whip over. I think that's good enough. And then the next one, hopefully we'll be able to get it looking perfectly forward again. And I can probably just open up the app again, because then I'll know that it will be perfectly straight. So I think that makes sense to me. So we'll turn it just about straight and up. You know what? Maybe for this one, we'll just open it again. Ooh, it's a different spot though. Let's see if we can go to view. There we go. Perfect. Stuff like that is tricky. Oh, it wasn't on post-process. Were the other ones on post-process? I don't know. Might have to do this again. Post-process is on. It's in the right spot. So the smart thing to do would be to save this. That would be the smart move. And I probably don't even need to export this because I think we already had this frame. But that's okay. It just makes sense that I can drop them all into Final Cut Pro. Okay, save. Okay, now I think I want him to wait. I want him to give a slight maybe a blink. Maybe a blink. Right? I think a blink would look good. So if you want to blink, what is the easiest way to do that? Maybe just coloring these with select mask. See if symmetry is still working. Oh, not clear. I meant invert. Not invert. No, invert is what I want. So let's see, let's take, let's do white. It actually looks okay, but this needs to be subdivided. Okay, so the mask is a little too crazy. know what? I'm going to turn post-process off because it is just going way too slow. All right, I'm just going to color these in again. And now this time I'm going to do it, but not like a dum-dum. Ooh, you know what's the better option? Is to go like this. So that should be masked. Oh, it's still not clear enough. Undo mask. Okay, so obviously these eyes need to be remeshed high. Annoying. I don't care about your multi-resolution. Just mask these eyes with some life. Better. I can work with that. Okay, what's next? So that looks good. We'll do post-process to get that out of the way. And then we'll go to our view. Oh, and then we'll export. Okay, so after we do this, we can make the blink. I don't know if he blinks all the way or save this. Or I don't know if he blinks up until he just has like a line on his head. Not exactly sure. So let's do select mask again. We're on the eyes. Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? I have to clear the mask, I think. Okay, I think symmetry should take care of. That's annoying. I don't know why it changes to regular mask sometimes. That bugs me. I'd like to mask the rest of this off just to make sure. Okay, that's pretty good. The only thing is this little spot here. It's actually fine. I'm not worried about that. Let's see if I can just erase it. Oh no, I think I'd have to paint it. Okay, I think that's good enough. For a blink, we'll go back to our view. process. Hey, I don't know if that's the right blink. I think they would just be white. That looks a bit weird, but it might actually look good animated. You never know. So I want to do it this way, and then I want to just white out the circles for a blink, because that might look better. I'm not sure. And then he'll just tilt his head to camera. So we got that. Let's go back. Actually, you know what? Let's not go back. Let's just stay right here. Color the eyes black. Switch to white. Maybe I can just paint it. Ooh, there must be still a mask there or something, maybe? Ooh, there's no mask there. It's very weird. Oh, that works. Did I turn this off? I did. All right, so let's just do select mask and rectangle. Let's do it this way. So we'll protect this. And we'll paint the rest white. Oh, I don't understand. I don't know why it's making me do this the hard way. Okay, so let's first turn post-process on so I don't forget. And we'll go to our view. Export. We'll do a head tilt. We'll do the head tilt. Okay, so we got the blink. Let's clear any masks that might be on it. Let's paint it black. Now let's take the head and the eyes and the gizmo, and we'll do a little tilt. It always tilts just the eyes. I can't get away from it. I can't get away from it. But I have to pivot down. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Just make sure I'm in the right view. And I don't need to put it back. I think I can just undo after this to go back. And then we'll switch the arm. I don't think I can. It might be nice to bend this arm actually a little bit before I do that. So let's save this. Let's go back. Now the head is straight. And let's take this arm and move it back a little bit. Let's take this arm. it slightly up, like the arm is going up. And then I think we'll try to bend it a little bit before we switch it to the other hand. I think that would give us a middle frame, so the jump isn't from a straight arm to a bent arm. If we have it halfway, I think that'll make it a little smoother of a transition. So let's turn post-process off. Actually, I wonder if there's a shortcut for post-process. Perspective, wireframe, that would be useful. That would be very useful. Okay, so for this, I think I just want to use the mask. I'll use the lasso. So something like that. We'll use gizmo and pivot to move the pivot up to where we want to bend it. Oh, I think that looks good. Post-process. Back to the view. Clear the mask. And it's not really good on the back side, but we're not seeing that anyway, so it's not a big deal. Save. Okay, so now we can actually go back, and if we want to bend this a little bit more, like maybe we want to put it up a little bit more, bend it this way a little bit more. All right, I think that's good. So let's clear the mask. Back to our view. Make sure we have post-process on. Then we can export. I think the next one we can just switch the arm. I think that'll be fine. This one is just like a bonus frame. But I'm not going to go back to the beginning because we adjusted this arm a little bit and we may have moved the head a little bit. So now let's switch this. All right, it's the right view. Everything should be good. Okay. And it might be nice to do a little bit of movement in the hand. We might be able to pull that off with just the move tool. just like a slight little movements, you know, afterwards. But I think that'll look good. And I'll just use move again, and I'll just move it slightly down a little bit, I think. And I think that should be good. So I think I'll try to record my screen on Final Cut Pro and show you what it's like bringing all that stuff in as well. Okay, so I want to just go back now. Yeah, okay, I just want to go back and just do a one last frame, getting rid of this other arm. And then I'm going to airdrop all these to my computer. Actually, maybe I should use Procreate. It might be easier. I think this will be easier in Procreate. So import. I don't even know how to import on this thing. On my iPad. Recents? Alright, I don't even know where to.
Please Google. Set the timer for 30 minutes.
I think I started with this one. Be nice if I could do a bulk import, but I guess that's not possible. I don't think. No. Okay, so now it's important to remember which ones I've done. 2 more on this row, I hope. It's actually quite difficult for me to remember which ones I'm doing. Okay. His arm, that kind of bugs me. I feel like I should do a new frame. And move his arm up. I'm just going to save this just in case. It might be a better last frame. I'm not sure, but I know that there's a little bit of a jump in the shoulder, and that kind of annoyed me. I did bring them over to Final Cut Pro, but it's harder to animate in Final Cut Pro because you bring the images in, they're all like 2 seconds long. Procreate is much easier to animate. So I'll save that one. Done. I'll go back into Procreate. What is this? Okay. Insert photo. So now we did this last photo. Okay. So now let's go to the animate options. Canvas, animation assist. All right. It's probably not going to be the right speed. Looks cute. So let's change the settings to 10 frames per setting, or per second. So let's take this frame and hold it for 3 seconds. Let's take this frame and hold it for 3 seconds, or 3 frames, whatever. This one we can get rid of. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, this one we get rid of. I'm so confused now. Hold on. Okay, so the next frame is where the head will hold. I think that's this. So this needs to be deleted. Oh, it's only deleting one. That's what had me confused. So this I'm going to hold for 3 frames. This I'm going to duplicate. I know it goes somewhere over there. This one I'll hold for longer. So this blink might be too long, but I'm going to duplicate it and put it on either side. So it's something like this. Play should be over here. It's still so fast. I'll do 5 frames per second. So this one I'll hold for 5. This frame I can get rid of. That was the complete blank. Make sure this is the colors right. This is just the head tilt, so maybe another 5. Hold this for a few. Yeah, I think after this, we definitely don't need this one. But would his... We'll hold this for like 25. We'll hold this for 5. All right, now it's a little too slow. It would be kind of nice to take these frames okay, so that's a better speed, but he would hold this for a little longer. So let's hold this for longer. Let's hold this one for longer. We'll hold the tilt for much longer. And we'll hold the head straight for a little longer. And now we just have to do like the timing. This was way too long. This is way too long as well. That's way too long. Slightly too long. Notice any difference? Kind of wish there wasn't movement here, but that's okay. but it'd be really nice if we could make it loop. So in order to do that, ooh, I know what we could do. Oh, I don't think we saved that other frame though. So if we can just get this to go backwards, so let's take a look at our layers. So it's these three. We can hold this one. So we'll duplicate this. Bring it over. Duplicate this. Bring it up. After this, we have to find the lows. That's the low point. You know, maybe this doesn't need to be so long. And I wonder if it even needs this. Oh, I think a nice blink at the end would work too. So this is our blink. Let's actually take a look at what just a blink without those middle pieces. Oh, the blink has the I'm gonna delete this one. We need a new blink. So it goes down, but I think we can let's go to our view. Let's switch the arms. Oh no. That's okay. We will delete this arm. And then we'll clone this arm right to left. I'm just going to save this just in case. Hope I had post-process. Let me check. Post-process. Make sure it's in the right spot. So now we just have to do a clean blink on this view. And you start to think of all the other fun things you can do. Like, it'd be fun to like make him jump. It'd be so much fun. So that's one. Now let's get the blink. Let's just paint. Oh no, we have to do blinks the hard way, don't we? So we'll do select rectangle. So we're going to mask these eyes. Oh, I'm not on there. That's one. That's the other. So now we should be able to invert these. And then, you know, maybe I will do the other. I did like the other blink when you have that extra frame in there. I thought it looked pretty good. So I might do that as well. So let's save this. And then if I'm going to do that, what's the easiest way to do that now? Oh, I know. Select masks. Oh, I know how. Clear the mask. And then we'll just take select mask and we'll paint it black. Why does he keep moving to mask when I'm clearly on select mask? I don't understand that. And why do I feel like it didn't do anything? Mask again. Unmask? I don't know why this has to be so difficult. I really don't know. Okay, now it's all white. I'll even turn symmetry on. And we're on mask again. Select mask. Eyes. Clear this. All right. I gotta relax and figure out what the issue is. So here are the eyes. So why can't I color them all? So they're all white. I'm assuming. Select mask. Turn unmask on. Make a rectangle in the middle. Is it a symmetry thing? So why wasn't this working before? I'm so confused. So confused. I literally didn't do anything. And it finally started to work. I really want to make him jump. That would be so much fun to do. But it would take me a long time. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to leave it. It's fine. Let's go back to Procreate. Let's add that works. So now I'm just surrounding the actual blink with the half blinks. This should hold a little while. And then what's the first frame? Oh, that should work. Oh no. I saw a random arm. Okay, so this frame, I'm going to duplicate this frame, delete this one. And then we have to hold the last frame. His hand is up for way too long. A little bit longer after the blink. Okay, good. I think that looks good.
Hey Google, set the timer for 7 minutes.
Okay, good. Alright, so this is my screen. So I'm going to bring over some files. I just did some random, actually, well, you probably saw all of them. So this is essentially the animation. I probably should get him blinking again down here. I think that would be nice. It actually looks nicer if the gradient, if the blend is longer. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. I could probably do some better stuff with it, but I gotta go to bed. This is a time lapse of this other animation that I was doing a speed paint for, or doing a time lapse of. These are the other little nugs that I made. That I want to add. I want to add little sound bites to. So I think I want to add a little like plops. I'll copy this and add it to this one as well. Maybe I'll make it a little faster. And it's just supposed to look artsy and interesting. Oh, this is the Toy Story time lapse for YouTube that's not out yet. I'll give you a sneak peek. I think this is a first look. Oh, I can't show you everything because that'll negate the video coming out before. Alright, so I think that's good. I'm going to add this to, I don't even know what I'm going to add this to. To the video of the making of the animation, that's what I'm going to add to. Thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, really helps my channel out. Definitely check out my Skillshare classes. I have 2D classes in Procreate and 3D classes in Nomad Sculpt. Keep drawing, keep sculpting, and I'll see you all in the next video.
All right.